I know, I get it. You're sick of seeing this everywhere. Listen, I get it. But you're on my channel, so I'm gonna talk about my hyperfixations. It's time to get into Love Island USA, baby. So I've never really watched reality TV. I've never liked reality TV. But all over my TikTok and YouTube, I've been seeing clips of Love Island USA. And everyone is saying this season is different. This season is so much better than every other season. It's better than Love Island UK. I didn't even know there was a Love Island UK. I didn't even know that Love Island UK was the original. I don't watch this show, guys. I don't know anything about it. But then I discovered a new YouTuber who I've never watched before, Reacts by Ash. She has another channel. I'll put it here. She's amazing and she's hilarious. And I watched her Love Island summary. And that was kind of the thing that made me actually want to get into the show. Definitely suggest you go check out that great short little summary. And I'm going to do my own version as a college kid who's never really liked reality TV shows ever. Okay? I don't even like watching TV. But I have now gone through my third re-binging of this season. So I'm going to give you my little thoughts and opinions. Okay. Starting off, we're going to start talking about the people. I wrote them as characters, but they're not. They're real people. So I'm going to introduce you to the people of the season. So to start off, the first people we're introduced to are the first 10. Just to get him out of the way, Koi. He exists. He's 6'8", has a chihuahua, and he's like a big, strong, muscular man. So of course he has a couple girls like running at him because like, oh my god, he's tall and he's muscular. Wow, and he likes dogs, and he's really quiet and shy. Okay. Anyways, he doesn't talk about his feelings ever, and he ends up coupling with Janae at the end of the first episode. They don't last long, and he ends up being the very first person eliminated from the entire show, because he just doesn't ever talk about his feelings. Ever. Janae is always having to go out of her way to find him, to talk to him. She's always asking him, how are you feeling? How is this? And he just wouldn't communicate. I don't remember how old he was, but I think he was pushing 30. Babe, you need to be able to communicate your feelings. If you're out here saying you want a wife, communicate your feelings. Don't ever disrespect my queen, Janae. Hannah. I will say, I wasn't her biggest fan, but she was definitely really funny. And I'm kind of sad she went home so early. But I do think, I don't know, I just don't think this was the season for her. There was too many personalities. I don't know. I didn't like her that much, like, in this season, and I've never really watched other seasons. I feel like she's a great person, and I feel like I would love to see her come back for a different season, maybe. But I definitely just don't think this was the season for her. I don't think there was the right people for her on there, but I definitely wish her the best, and I love her. Now about Kaylor. Kaylor. Babe. Okay. Girly pop. I'm gonna show you what you need to do. Ready? Stand up. Stand up. Oh my god. Don't get me wrong. I used to cry a lot, okay? I used to be very emotional, and then I just, stopped, okay? Girl. I get crying a lot. I get it when you're stressed and you're upset by someone you really care about. But damn. I just wanted to jump through the screen, bleep smack Aaron in the face, grab Kaylor and say, come on, honey, we're gonna go get some ice cream. It's gonna be okay. Let's go watch Bridgerton or something together. Let's get some ice cream. We'll go to Disney World. Forget him. Stand up. Okay? He was manipulating the crap out of her. And I'm sorry. I get what Liv was saying during Casa of I just don't want to see you hurt again. I'll support whatever you do. I just don't want to see him hurt you again. I get that. That's a great thing for a best friend to do. But I'm the type of best friend where when I see my best friends in relationships with people that aren't great, I'm not exactly good at staying silent about it. I'm more of the, he's a POS, kick him out the door, and we'll go throw a party. Okay? I'll drive, put my bad bitch playlist on aux. We're gonna be screaming. We're gonna take some hot pictures of ourselves to make them feel jealous. And we're gonna go run around town. That's the type of friend I am. And I feel like I wish I could have been that for Kayla. Because, let's be real, she's only a few years older than me. Not much older than me. And I'm just like, girl, you deserve better. She annoyed the crap out of me sometimes. But she is too gorgeous to let a man like that disrespect her that bad. Okay? Stand up. Ugh. Aaron. Ick. Disgusting. Get out of my face. You are a manipulator. And, oh my god, I just watched, literally today, Brittany Broski came out with a new episode of the Broski Report podcast where she talked about Love Island. And she said it the best, that, like, Aaron kind of had this manipulation, like, reward system for Kayla, where it's like, he would say something really bad and, like, hurt her so bad, and then he would go and reward her by setting up a surprise date, telling her he loved her, being all, like, love bomby, asking her to be his girlfriend, and, like, yeah, it's like he would do something really, really bad, but then he would go and also do something really, really, really sweet. So she was like, well, I know he loves me, he's just doing something stupid in the moment. So she would kind of, like, defend him from her voice of reason and from her friends, who are also trying to kind of be a voice of reason. And I think that she said that the best. So flip Aaron. He's annoying. I'm going to be real, guys. I had to skip almost every scene of Aaron and Kayla. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. I feel like the show really tried to push them as, like, this, like, amazing, perfect couple of the season. And it's like, no. Give me my Janae and Kenny. We'll get to them. Don't you worry. Topic of Aaron. Let's talk about Rob. Listen. One of my biggest phobias is snakes. However, Rob. I will say, I didn't like the way he treated Leah. And I didn't like the way he treated Daniela. But he is a gorgeous man. I feel like he kind of said it best when he was talking to Aaron about when Cassie comes in at the kind of the end of the season. He says, like, if this doesn't work out, I'm going to take a break from dating for a while. And I feel like that's what he needs. Because he came in here, had something really solid with Leah. Like, really solid. And then I think he just kind of let his horniness and his, like, lust get the best of him with Andrea. And then he kind of, like, didn't trust Leah for a while after that. And I feel like maybe if that whole thing didn't happen with Leah, where he, like, twisted her words and then stopped trusting her and all that kind of stuff, I feel like if that didn't happen, there was a good chance we would have seen them get back together. That's my theory. I feel like if that didn't happen in the way it did, I think Rob and Leah would have gotten back together and she wouldn't have ended up with Miguel. But I'm happy she ended up with Miguel because Miguel was way better to her than Rob was. I will say that much. But yeah, listen, Rob, I hate, as much as I hate to say this, I really do think Rob and Andrea were cute. I'm sorry. Like, they actually did really seem to care about each other. But then looking back on it, I'm also like, I just hated Andrea so much. I'm sorry, I hated it. And I hate that they did my girl Leah wrong. I hate that they did Leah so dirty. But him and Daniela were so cute. And I'm really sad that he didn't, like, feel for her. I did not like him and Cassidy. I'm sorry, Cassidy. Girl. I'm sorry, she shouldn't have been a bombshell. I'm sorry. She shouldn't have been a bombshell. I really thought he and Liv were gonna end up being a thing before he went to Casa, but obviously that didn't happen. I just think Rob needs to kind of like, I think he needs to get better about his wording of things, because a lot of the time he does talk very condescending, and I think he needs to stop with this whole like, I'm an onion that has layers. Like, no. Open up about your feelings in a normal way, Mr. Drama Queen. I hope your eyes get stuck in the back of your head the next time you roll them at one of my girls. Boo-hoo. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about Leah while we're here. Leah. I support women's rights and wrongs. However, I do think the way she handled the whole Rob situation wasn't the best. And she owned up to that and she grew from that. And I'm very proud of her for that, because honestly, that's like really hard sometimes. I also think the way she kind of treated Janae during the whole Connor situation was a little screwed up. And obviously, like, I'm not a big fan of like the way she treated Connor in general as well, of like the whole, like, he clearly liked her. Don't get me wrong. Connor. Flip Connor. Okay. Big ol' flip you, Connor. Don't you ever disrespect my girl Nene like that. Ever again. I don't care if you're taller than me. I played softball. And axe throwing. And golf. Don't mess with me. Anyways. I will say I wasn't a fan of kind of the way that Leah kind of treated him, of like, you know, he likes you and all that, but at the same time, Connor kind of had to have an understanding. You're a rebound, babe. Like, I need you to be fully aware of that. You knew Leah had this thing with Rob. You knew she really cared about him. You watched her get her heart shattered in front of everybody by Rob. Okay? You decide you're going to leave Janae to pursue Leah because you wanted her the whole time, but Janae was kind of a place filler for you. Brother, ugh. But then you decide you're mad at Leah because she doesn't seem to like you as much. And you're like, no, she clearly likes Rob. Like, yeah, obviously. She just got her heart broken 3 days ago and you're mad at her for not being head over heels for you? You were the rebound, babe. Accept that. But I think Leah, I mean, she said herself, she likes to like gossip. She likes to say a lot of things. I feel like sometimes she kind of just needs to learn to take a step back and kind of mind her own business. But at the same time, she's so me. She's so me. So I'm not trying to like diss on her or anything. I love her so much. She's literally my top 3. Obviously, all of PPG is. But I do think sometimes her character was a little wishy-washy. And I think she kind of just needs to like take a step back and like reevaluate. But obviously, we saw so much character growth from her. And I'm so proud of her for like accepting the love from Miguel. Because like, I actually just rewatched the episode too, where she talked about like, oh, you know, like, I think it's a thing from my past where, like, I feel guilty when, like, Miguel wants to give me all these things, and, like, that's me. I refuse to let people buy things for me. I feel guilty when people give me things or, like, want to do things for me, and I hate it because I feel like I don't deserve it. Like, I feel like I need to work hard for people's love, so I completely understand where she's coming from. She's so me. And I'm so proud of her for, like, being like, no, I deserve this. Like, he loves me. I'm going to accept this love because it's what I deserve, and I'm going to love him just as hard. Period. That's what I need. That's what I deserve. That's what I want. Anyways. Kendall. Do we have to talk about Kendall? I guess. I'm not even going to bring up the whole video thing. If you know, you know. If you don't worry about it. It's a terrible thing that doesn't deserve to happen to anyone. However, in the beginning, I didn't really care for Kendall. I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't really like the way he treated Hannah in the beginning. Because, like, obviously, like, yeah, it sucks to be up there alone, but then to you kind of be, like, a little petty toward her about it is a little screwed up. Also, the whole point is for her to explore connections. And I also think the way she handled the whole Hakeem and Kendall situation wasn't the best. But she's just so, like, laid back and, like, I don't care, like, whatever happens, happens type beat. And she's so casual, and I feel like Kendall needs more of, like, a words of affirmation kind of person that, like, can assure him that she has feelings for him and all that stuff. So I just don't think they were ever going to be compatible. Gotta be honest. They were kind of thrown together. But I don't know. I will say I didn't really like him all that much in the beginning. And the fact that, like, everyone, like, loved him so much was, like, kind of, like, I don't really see it. I'm sorry. But, I mean, I guess it's different when y'all are, like, in a enclosed space together for 6 weeks. Totally get that, you know? But also for me, the biggest thing was, like, I got the worst ick from this man, Casa Amor. Which we'll get into Casa Amor. And I'll come back to this regarding Casa Amor. But I will say, regarding him and Nicole, I think he actually really did, like, fall in love with Nicole. And I feel like she was the perfect girl for him. But I do kind of think, like, she didn't like him as much as he liked her. And it kind of did start feeling like she was just, like, after the, like, watching the reunion, I was like, brother, like, who are you? You're a completely different girl than the girl we got used to on the show. And I will say, I think that she started kind of realizing, like, well, we're always getting safe. Like, they were, like, the first names to be called every single time toward the end of the show for any sort of, like, America's been voting for their favorite couples. Like, they were always one of the first, like, groups called. Like, they were called mom and dad, or, like, auntie and uncle. Like, they were, like, the most solid besides Aaron and Kaylor. And even then, Aaron and Kaylor, obviously everyone knew they weren't solid. They were in the bottom couple votes a few times. Like, so I think genuinely, like, I think she was kind of realizing, like, I don't love him and I don't feel super strongly toward him, but it's going to probably get us to the finale and maybe even get us a win. So I think she kind of rode that high. And then, like, obviously, like, he loved her and, like, was saying it. So I think she really did it. I think she really only said she loved him for the sake of the show. Because, like, she just was a completely different person in the finale. I didn't like her in the finale. The reunion, not the finale. She just gave me the ick. And now every time I'm, like, rewatching the show, I'm just like, ew. Like, I just can't do it. I have to skip all their scenes. It's so bad. Oh, my God. Cordell. Listen. I personally am more into guys that are taller than me. But the way Cordell respected Serena. The way he respected her and her slow burn, and the way that she, like, needed time to fall for him, and she wanted a friendship before they would become something romantic. Oh my God, she is so me. I swear to God, there's a little bit of PPG in me. Every single one of those girls. There's a little bit of them in me. That's what she said. Anyways, like, you need a slow burn. You need to be friends with someone before you could pursue something romantic. Absolutely. And when she felt like he was getting a little too comfortable and trying to get a little romantic and trying to rush her, she friend-zoned him and took a step back and was like, go pursue other things, because I just don't see myself being romantic with you as of this point. Then she started feeling a type of way once he actually did take a step back and started being way better about her boundaries. She was like, I like him again, because he took the step back and respected her. There are men that could learn from that. Aaron, other people that I know in real life. Anyways, listen, I have trust issues. I get Serena. I get her. I understand you, girl. You need to be friends with somebody before you can date them. I get you. She's so mean. But the fact that, like, Cordell did respect that, I completely back every single reaction she had post Casa. She was right, and if you disagree, you're probably a man. I'm just kidding. But if you, like, think she's a little too dramatic about her response with Cordell, absolutely not. No. Because you know what? As someone who's a former people pleaser, I will say I have become way meaner when it comes to people wronging me. I've stopped really caring as much as I used to. I still care sometimes, but I'm working on it. So for her to be out here being petty, you know, flipping him off, licking her middle finger, you know, putting it on her butt, doing, like, the little, like, move when she was talking about him dry humping in the bed, you know, screaming at him, saying, I don't know what Joe...
What the fuck your nappy head ass looking at?
All that stuff. I think she was so right for that. Because you know what? Who is he to build up all of this and then immediately jump on another girl? However, I do understand where he's also coming from of, like, he was never getting assurance from her. She was never really assuring her, like, I really like you. I really like you. And then all in comes this girl being like, I want you. My eyes are on you. I want you. Like, you're my dream man. I kind of get where he got swept up in that, but at the same time, like, you were getting to a good point with Serena where she was being so open with you, and then you gotta go throw that away because of your insecurities. Anyways, I kind of touched on Serena. I love her. I love her. Do not come for my girl. Period. Last but not least, Janae, my girl Nene, my girl Janae. She was taking so many L's and she didn't deserve it. She didn't. I don't know who I want more, Janae or Kenny, but Janae is an angel on earth. If you don't like Janae, what are you, 12? Immature? In middle school? Ew. Ick. You are a red flag if you do not like Janae. If you don't back Janae. Personally, I would have liked her and Kenny to get second. However, I support it being Leah. Favorite moments from the show. I'm gonna be real, guys. I'm gonna be really real with you guys. This ties in with the next point that I have on my little list of things I want to cover. Favorite challenges. The heart rate challenge. Let's just say I go back and rewatch that scene at least 5 times a week. Maybe even more than that. That is the best moment of the show. That and the finale episode, top tier. Nothing beats that for me. Especially like, oh, okay. Listen, for those of you who don't know, I'm a huge nerd when it comes to music, okay? Huge music nerd. That moment in the finale where they have the love me like you do, when they have that moment slowly building up as Ariana's announcing who the winners are, and then it goes, who are you waiting for? Silence. Serena and Cordell, everyone starts screaming, and then the beat comes back in, love me like you did. Oh my god. Beautiful. It's gorgeous. So those are my favorite moments. Also, listen, I always thought I was a physical touch girly. I really did. For reasons I'm not going to state, I've kind of realized I'm significantly more of a words of affirmation girly. Okay, I have anxiety. I need to be reassured that you actually like me and don't secretly hate me. So to see Janae and Kenny's final date with the little tree from their loved ones, oh my god, I would sob. I would break down crying. And then to be able to slow dance in a location that looks like my dream wedding spot. Yeah, that's the one for me. Also, the little drive-in movie that Cordell and Serena had was so cute. Adorable. Also really liked the Drive Me Crazy challenge. I thought that was really fun. I will say my complaint, I don't know. I don't really know if I have a complaint, but I feel like they focused way too heavy on Aaron and Kaylor and then the Serena, Cordell, and Dea situation. I kind of wish they did a little bit more. And especially, like, I feel like the show producers just really tried to make Leah, like, the villain and make everyone hate her. And I really wish they didn't. Because, like, Girlie deserved so much better. So, for y'all to just only pick bad tweets about her. Ew. Also, please stop trying to paint Nicole and Kendall as amazing people. I'm sorry. It's the ick. I can't do it. Anyways, I also liked... The wedding challenge was cute, but there wasn't really much to it. The Olympics one. Oh my god. I loved the Olympics one, especially seeing Serena and Cordell versus, like, Kenny and Janae. Oh my god, that was great. That was beautiful. Chef's kiss. Oh my god, so good. I can't really think of any other challenges that I, like, loved. But yeah, I think that's kind of it. Now let's move on to what was one of the biggest, most controversial moments of the show that I was smiling, laughing, and kicking my feet at. Call me a red flag all you want. I look great in red anyways. But the dumping of Andrea. Oh yeah, baby. Let's get into it. The girlies were given the choice to choose one girl to go home. Andrea, Nicole, or Janae. And they sat down, they said, it's not Janae. So is it Nicole or Andrea? We're not getting rid of our girl. And I was like, period. You are not getting rid of my girl. And I hated Andrea. She gave me such the ick. Such an ick. I'm sorry. She's gorgeous. Do not get me wrong. And I felt bad because it really did, to me at least, like, seem like she and Rob really had, like, a strong connection. But also, like, I'm a little biased, but I also hated how dirty they did Leah. But I don't know. She gave me the ick. She gave me red flag vibes. Didn't like her. So, and I knew they weren't going to get rid of Nicole. Not only because of spoilers, but, like, you really going to do Kendall dirty like that? Really? And they said it themselves, like, she's doing what you're supposed to do on the show. Exploring connections. Andrea sealed herself off and was like, I'm not even exploring connections. She basically was closed off with Rob instantly. She's like, my eyes are on no one else. They will never be on anyone else. Rob is the one for me. So I kind of see where they were going with that. But I also, like, I remember hearing the thing about Leah saying, like, she's not here for the right reasons. And then in the reunion, Rob's like, y'all, like, everyone was seeing a different side of Andrea than I was. And it's like, well, duh. You're obviously going to try and be the best version of yourself around your partner. When I think, like, people's theory of, like, Andrea was like, oh, well, Rob and I are so strong, we could probably ended up making it to the end. Okay, girly. Okay. Anyways. So, when she got dumped, I'm sorry. It felt so good. Call me petty. I don't care. I'll wear that with pride. But, yeah. And then the whole, like, great job, you're sending 3 home. I literally made a TikTok using the sound of Leah making fun of him because, honestly, iconic. But now you sending 3 home and you're still here, bitch, in your overalls. Now what? So good. It's so good. Iconic. Honestly, that whole thing was iconic. It was great. And honestly, we should have known Nicole was such a red flag when she, like, cried for Andrea going home. Sorry. Whoops. I don't care. And honestly, also, Ash said it the best when she was like, the only reason Nicole and Kendall made it to top 4 was because we had to fill the spot, and it sure as hell was not gonna be Aaron and Kaylor. Had to be someone. Sorry. let's talk about Casa. Oh, let's talk about Casa. I don't want to talk about Casa, but let's talk about Casa. If you don't know how Casa works, basically, the boys go from the main villa to another house, and they bring in a bunch of hot women to try and tempt all these guys and couples to, like, kind of, like, cheat on their counterpart. Then the girls stay in the main villa, and a bunch of guys come in. I'm sorry, there was only, like, 2 cute guys in that whole villa. And it was the one that went after Kayla. Not sorry. Like, Jalen and George, I think were their names. Those were the cutest guys, in my opinion. But, and then all the girls were, like, pretty. Okay. Let's see. Aaron immediately falls for Daniela, which, don't get me wrong, Daniela's gorgeous. I actually love Daniela, like, so much. So much. And I will defend Daniela. I love her. I love her and Leah's relationship. So cute. Her and Liv's relationship, too. Like, when Liv got eliminated and called her Polly Pocket. So cute. Yeah. Aaron immediately falls for Daniela. Brother, ugh. You're a terrible person. Moving on. Cordell, not like immediately, but does pretty quickly fold for Dea. But again, I think it's because of his insecurity of, like, needing, like, assurance. And she's, like, immediately like, I like you. I want you. You're mine. I kind of get where he's coming from on that sense. But at the same time, like, dog, you had Serena. And you gonna do her like that? Ew. Miguel was a little slimy. Gonna be real. That's all I'm gonna say for that. Kenny, he wasn't disrespectful in my opinion. But I hate that he hurt my girl. But also seeing him cry because he hurt my girl and he didn't want to lose her. He brought her back to, like, spend a little more time with Catherine. But also the part in the Drive Me Crazy Kit challenge where someone's like, bro, Catherine was definitely just trying to stay on the show, and that's the reason, like, she talked to Kenny, like, last second was to try and get in the villa. I feel like if she had left him alone, he would have gone back single, and he would have told her, like, yeah, like, I had a connection with a girl, yeah, I kissed her, like, once out of a challenge, but, like, I didn't feel anything as much toward her as I did you. I feel like if she had just left him alone at the end, we would have been fine in that sense, but she wanted to get in the villa. Rob was fine. I mean, he was chilling with Destiny, and then, like, the second Aaron was like, no, I want to go back and be with Kayla, he was like, but you like Daniela, don't you? And then, like, set them up on a talk, and then looked really uncomfortable and upset that Rob brought her back. Why are you confused? Why are you upset? And then he's like, I'm just going to explain after. Explain what? The fact that you helped set them up? Kendall stayed loyal to Nicole, but he wasn't loyal to any other girl in that damn place. He was encouraging all the boys to explore things, especially Cordell and Aaron. Well, actually, just really Cordell. He was really encouraging Cordell to go after Dea and, like, be with Dea, bring back Dea. You are light years ahead of with her than you are with Serena. And then he comes back and he's trying to tell Serena, like, cornering her in the kitchen. Ick. Disgusting. And getting mad at her for saying F you to him. You were literally encouraging Cordell to get with another girl when all y'all know how dirty you've been done in the past and why you're such a slow burner. Of course it's going to take you more time. And then you come back and you're mad at her and you're calling her childish and annoyed for not wanting to talk to him. Maybe give her some space to be pissed off, then talk to her. Instead of calling her childish, Kendall.
As hell, bro. What Serena's doing right now is the complete opposite of maturity.
You were acting just as quote-unquote childish about Hannah and Hakeem back at the beginning of the season. You want to talk about that? No, didn't think so. Shut up. Anyways, movie night, and Drive Me Crazy, I think kind of gave me problems with the Casa girls. Post-Casa recoupling, Dea, Sierra, and Catherine, I wanted them gone. Sierra grew on me. She had character development. When she was talking crap on, like, Leah, I was pissed. I was like, do not talk crap on my girl like that. Get out of my face. Leave. But the second that Dea and Catherine realized they were going home during that next recoupling, I was smiling. I was grinning. I was laughing and pointing at my screen. Bye. Go home. And then they're like in the reunion, they're like, I would never in the real world go after a guy that has a girl. But you were pushing so heavy for these guys to be with you? Okay. And the fact that she was constantly like smiling and saying like the girls could have been nicer. You don't have to make us feel unwelcome. I feel like my feelings are being disregarded. You walked in, knew that this man was in a solid couple with a girl and was happy with this other girl, tried to convince him that you guys have a strong connection and hey, you should bring me back because we have a strong connection. You can use me to like test your relationship. And then you get mad at the girls for being angry and mad and not making you feel welcome. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If I'm in kind of like a situationship with a guy, because obviously they're not dating, but if I'm in a situationship with a guy and then some new girl comes in and starts talking to him and then gets mad at me for not wanting to be like super duper nice to her and be like, oh my god, hi, it's me, so peachy. No, you're trying to get with my man. Why on earth would I ever be like overly nice to you and welcome you to the villa? Ha ha ha. No. You went out of your way to try and take him. And then you're calling me childish and saying that we're so mean for not being welcoming to you. I couldn't stand them. Oh my god. Catherine and Dea. Sierra pissed me off until she started getting closer to Kane. I feel like once Miguel kind of like was like, I'm sorry, I think that was more of a lust thing. You're gorgeous and you're amazing and you deserve so much better. But I see more of a romantic thing with Leah. I feel like once she was kind of let off the hook with that, she got way nicer. You know, like once she started exploring things with Kane, I feel like she got better in my mind. But I don't know. She and Harrison low-key were cute together. But I feel like they were just brought in too late. I don't know. Oh well. Anyways, Kane gave me the ick. Oh my god. I didn't even see him and Liv have a connection. I feel like I didn't get to see Liv talk to really any of the guys during Casa. And then she picked him. And I don't like him at all. I'm sorry. I don't like him at all. And the fact that he then made Liv get dumped from the island. Liv was every girl's girl. Every girl's girl. Maybe not for a little bit with Leah. Just a little bit. They had their little fight moment. But Kane ended up being the reason she went home. He kept Sierra around. And then Sierra goes on a date with Harrison. And he's like, yeah, if you talk to Harrison again, you're single. So you don't want her to do what she's supposed to do on the show. Insecure. I don't know. I feel like that's just kind of the only words I could say about that. I feel like once that era was like over, I was like, thank God. So then we started kind of heading to the end. I will say the only times I cried during this show was when Liv got eliminated. Every time I've rewatched Liv's elimination, I've cried. Because it just hurt seeing all the girls break down sobbing. Because, like, everyone loved Liv. I was so sad that she went home. Oh, my God. And then I think the only other time I really cried was when Rob went home. And it wasn't because Rob went home. It's because I hate seeing Serena cry. So when Serena broke down sobbing and, like, full, like, legs wrapped around Rob and everything, that hurt so much. And can we just talk about, okay, listen. I know a lot of people have their different thoughts and opinions on Rob and Leah's final conversation. However, I do think truly he loved her. Because if you see, after Andrea, he didn't have a solid connection with anyone, and he actually was kind of willing to re-explore things with Leah until he thought she was lying and like kind of being a snake about everything, about the dumping of Andrea. I really do think the only person he ever truly had like strong feelings for was Leah. I think his thing with Andrea was mostly lust. I think he liked Daniela, but not as much as he thought he was going to. And I think he definitely kind of got like the ick and like a turn off during movie night when he was like kind of re-watching things between Aaron and Daniela during Casa. And I feel like seeing their private moments that he hadn't seen before definitely kind of gave him like a turn off, and he was like, I feel like I just can't do that. Like I can't really be with a girl who was like this with my best friend. At this point, Rob and Aaron just need to date. I'm sorry. Aaron, not trying to force a label. Don't do that. It's terrible. But Aaron, did you hear the comments he was making about Rob during the wedding thing? And about Harrison when Harrison came onto the show? I'll leave it at that. But yeah, Rob went home, and I feel like his last conversation with Leah was so sweet. I feel like they both kind of needed that like closure on that chapter where she's like, I'm so happy with Miguel, but I really still care about you. Like, you have a special place in my heart, even if it's not like romantic, and I know we're never going to be together, and I don't really want to be with you anymore because I'm happy elsewhere. Like, you still have a special place in my heart, and I'm sorry for like everything we both put each other through. I feel like that was great closure, and I do think he really did like want her to leave with him. I feel like when he said like I love you, I feel like he really meant it. He needed that hug because he knew like they're going to be together. Like, Leah and Miguel are going to stay together. They're going to be together. I'm never going to have another chance with her. And then for Leah, it was more like this is my closure of like all the pain he put me through. This is my closure of like, there's no hard feelings. We can move on and be friends, and I can be happy with my man, but still kind of have this friendship with him. So I feel like it was something they both needed, but I do actually think Rob had real feelings for Leah, and that Leah was finally able to like fully move on from Rob, I will say. Talking finale-wise, I'm kind of sad we didn't get to see more of Janae and Kenny, and I'm sad we didn't get to see more of Leah and Miguel. Because, like I said, it really felt like the show was trying to push Aaron and Kayla and Nicole and Kendall on us as the viewers, when in reality, like, Serena and Cordell were the winners. Cordell was, like, the famous one, and once you find out Odell Beckham and a bunch of celebrities that are friends with him are, like, watching this show, obviously you're going to show way more of them. I get it. I know, but it's still really annoying that, like, you're not giving even screen time to all the final four couples. You know what I mean? Like, it's so clear that they're fan favorites. So it kind of pisses me off. But, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Leah and Miguel's date was really cute for them. I like that all the dates felt very, like, perfect for each of the couples. But I kind of felt like Nicole and Kendall got way more screen time, in my opinion. And then, I'm sorry. The final speeches, all of them were cute. I will say, even Nicole and Kendall's, all of those speeches were so cute. But Miguel's speech to Leah and Janae's speech to Kenny. Janae learning to speak Spanish to Kenny. Ugh. Where's my Kenny? That's what I want to know. Where's my Kenny? 'Cause that man is fine. He's sweet. He's emotionally vulnerable. He understands that her love language is words of affirmation, so he's constantly being affirming. He's loving. He's touchy. He's affectionate. He's funny. He's strong. Where's my Kenny? So if we're ranking characters, I actually did a TikTok about this. It gave me, obviously not all the characters, but I put Aaron is number 10. Nicole is number 9. Kayla at 8. I think I put Liv at 7. But I feel like I would want to switch Liv and Rob because I had Rob at 6. Miguel at 5. I had Kenny at 4. I want to put him higher. But oh well. And then I had Serena at 3, Leah at 2, and Janae at 1. I think I would personally switch Leah and Serena. I think. Put Serena at number 2, Leah at number 3. Leave Kenny at number 4, but Kenny's my number 1 guy, for sure. Yeah, I think that's kind of fitting. I think, though, if I were to kind of, like, do, like, a tier list type beat, I think I would put PPG and their guys all in S tier. I would put Liv in S tier. And I think I'd put Daniela in S tier. I think I would put, can't think right now, all I know is Dea, F tier. Aaron, F tier. Nicole, E tier. Kendall, D tier. Coy, F tier. Connor, F tier. Disrespecting Janae. Patoy. Disgusting. Yeah, I don't know. I'll put like a final character tier list here. If I were to rate top 5 overall couples from the entire show, of like every possible coupling, I think I would put Janae and Kenny as my number 1. Personally, I just love them. They're my favorite. Serena and Cordell would be number 2. Leah and Miguel would be number 3. I think pre-Liv. So I think probably like first, actually pre-Andrea. If you give me pre-Andrea, Rob, and Leah, I would put them maybe top 5. Maybe top 5. But only pre-Andrea. Post-Andrea, ugh. Gross. Get away from me. Oh, Rob and Daniela were so cute. I'm sorry. I love Daniela. My heart. She was so cute. I think she lives in my state, too. Daniela, come find me, girl. Come find me. I'm here. I exist. I don't know. I think I'd put them up there too. I think I'd actually put them underneath Rob and Leah though, because obviously, like I said, like, yeah, I don't know. And I do think, despite the fact that I don't think it was true and genuine, I do kind of think Nicole and Kendall were cute. Putting all my post-reunion bias aside, I do think they were cute. As much as I hate to admit that. Final thoughts. Let's see. Yeah, love Daniela. Protect her. Love her. She deserved way better. Leah deserved better. Serena deserved better. Janae deserved better. And I'm kind of mad with Nicole. I'm sorry. Also, Kayla is standing up for herself at the reunion against Aaron. Period. His tail was between his legs. And Liv and Leah calling out Rob for screwing up his argument with Leah. And Janae, Liv, Kayla, and Leah putting Andrea in her place felt so good. That felt great. And Nicole trying to be a drama queen, get out of my face. Stop trying to put the attention on you regarding Kendall's trauma. Ugh. Yeah. Anyways, Janae and Kenny, love you guys so much. And Serena and Cordell ate that hot pink in the finale. Ate the hot pink. Period. Okay. I think that's going to be it for my thoughts. I kind of just wanted to like vent about this show to someone because none of my friends like reality TV. So I had to just talk to somebody about it. So if you watched the show and you have your own opinions, please let me know what you thought, or if you have questions about the show because you've seen like TikToks or something and you don't understand something, let me know. I will gladly answer it. I have rewatched this show so many times. It's a problem, guys. It's a real problem. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for the video. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm kind of on my content grind right now. I'm so proud of myself, guys. I've actually been grinding out so much content. I've been vlogging, working on videos, pushing myself to make content even when I don't feel like it. I'm doing it. So much more content is coming in the next couple months. I have my friend coming and spending Halloween weekend with me, so I'm going to be vlogging that whole weekend. I might vlog a little bit in November when I go on a big family trip to the Very Merry Christmas Party in Disney. Yeah, I really want to make more content. I want to make more gaming content. I want to make more reaction content. So yeah, like this video and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Turn on your post notifications because, like I said, I plan to make a lot more content. Follow my Twitch because I do plan to do more like live reaction content like I did with the Sabrina Carpenter video, or I do a lot of gaming streams and stuff, so you can hop on that. And join my Discord server if you haven't already, because honestly, it's kind of dead right now, but you guys can totally give ideas for videos and reactions that you want to see me do, or if you want me to play more of a certain game that I have, gladly will do that. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day or night, whatever you're watching this. Love you, little leaves. Mwah.